And here we go. What up, Bay family? It's Richele, your girl, Madam Big Age Energy. And it's official. It's over. It's over. No, 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 no. Not the podcast is over. Not me podcasting is over. But it is official. This is episode number 3, right? So I got this now, right? I'm an expert. Okay, we are off and running. 3 is my favorite number. 3 is completion. Once I do something 3 times, it's no longer a coincidence. It's no longer an accident. It is what it is, and it's time to go with this thing. So, welcome back, episode number 3. And this is one that is near and dear to my heart. Okay, as a business owner, as someone that has relied on my own hand, my own wit, my own mind, my own experiences, and a wealth of people to help me along the way, have had a business for more years than, not. Okay. So I've been in business for 23 of my adult years. And so, entrepreneurship is everything to me. In any form, phase, or fashion, you can get into it. And so, especially right now at this age, okay? Especially right now at 50 plus, because here's what I know. You know, your kids are finally out of the house probably at this point. If they're not, they'll be, you see the light. You see the light, right? um, you know, you're comfortable with who you are. Okay. You've done probably either what you've been doing for a long time, or, you're at least, you know who you are, and what you like to do, and you have some dreams and goals that you're thinking about. And, you're ready for a challenge. You're ready for something new. Even myself, I just told you I've been in business 23 years at the time of this video. Okay. At the time of this video, because I realize, now when I do things for YouTube, that people may see this, years and years and years from now. So it's 2024. I've been in business, going on 23 years. It's my 23rd year. And, I'm ready for something new. Um, I won't say I've mastered what I'm doing, because you never, um, can say that you've reached the mastery level, necessarily. I wouldn't give myself that, because there's things that I could do better and things that I could do more of. I can make more money doing what I'm doing, and I intend to do so. But I need a challenge. Like, I want to do something different, because God has given me so many gifts. And I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do, and I'm going to encourage you not to do. Do not return unto your father with your gifts buried. Okay? There's a saying that says the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. It's where all your dreams, goals, aspiration, and future money ideas are buried. So I'm not going to let my dreams, goals get buried. Okay. Um, God gave me a gift to, be a speaker, to impart wisdom and knowledge into others. And I'm going to use that thing. I use it on a daily basis, with anyone that comes my way. I don't have a problem dropping whatever pearl of wisdom or knowledge I can, especially into your young, people that are coming up. And so that's a gift that I have. And so I'm going to use it. Now here's the clue. Here's the kicker, I should say. Here's the kicker. Um, I know I'm 50 and I still got it. Like, I still got it, you know. Um, the question is, exactly what do I have, and how can I monetize it? Right? How can I make it profitable for me? So this covers the scope of anyone watching this that says, you know what, I have a new empty house. I, want to be challenged. I know who I am. Now, how do I monetize that? So that's what we're going to be talking about. Starting a business after the age of 50 and beyond. And, I want to say this early on in my podcasting, endeavors here. These podcasts, although are geared towards those that are 50 and over, they're for anyone. They're for anyone. And I say that because, you know, uh, the same thing that took me starting a business at 25 when I started is the same thing that takes to start a business at 50. All right. And we're going to talk about some of those things here in just a few minutes. So this is for everyone. The reason why I named this Big Age Energy is because I know I'm going to be talking about some things in the future that a younger woman, especially, but a younger person may not understand. You may not be able to relate when I talk about Mr. Perry. Okay. When I talk about perimenopause who comes in and just disrupts your whole world. Okay. When I start talking about those hot flashes, you may not relate, but it's always great to listen to because you need to get ready, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Yeah. So essentially this particular podcast and especially this episode is for everyone, okay? So here's one of the reasons when I talk to people, because I go to conferences all across the United States speaking. Shameless plug, if you need a speaker, hit me up, okay? I'm still new at it, and so I still come at a good price at this time you're watching this. Okay. I'm hoping to level this thing up, but hit me up if you need a speaker, especially about business, women's empowerment, any of that type of thing. But a lot of times when I run into people as I'm at these conferences and I'm talking to them and I ask, or they ask me about starting a business and different things like that. At 50, it's the time whenever you really are stable and you want to have more flexibility in your life. That's a big reason to start a business at the age or beyond of 50. You've got grandbabies and you've got, things that you want to do, and you don't want to have to go ask for time off or, um, you know, ask for somebody to work for you and cover you and that type of thing. So having that flexibility of being your own boss, is great at this age, right? The other thing that you may want to do is go ahead and shore up your finances with a side hustle. Okay. So when I talk about starting this business, it doesn't necessarily have to be your mainstay. It can be a side hustle, right? The other thing is, you may want to just be able to say, I started something and I am the creator, the founder, and all the buck stops here with this thing that I'm doing. No one else can tell me, what to do, how to do it. This thing is mine, right? So I hear that wherever I go. I need flexibility. I want to start my own thing and do it under my own terms. And I'm heading towards retirement. I want to make some extra money. So, um, you know, anytime, if you're thinking about starting a business, the answer for me is yes. Okay. I know I'm nobody, but listen, if you're watching this, you may have been sent here by no accident. It's not a coincidence. The answer is yes. Not only is it yes, it's hell yes. Go ahead and look at starting that thing. Now, you got the yes. Let's back up and I'm going to give you 3 nuggets. Okay. 3 nuggets to think about as you begin to start to formulate this thing. Okay. Because starting is the hardest part. The start is the hardest part. So let's talk about this thing. It's going to start with your mindset. I say this all the time, and I know it sounds cliche, but you literally have to decide here and here that this is something that you want to do, right? You have to get outside of your comfort zone and you absolutely have to stomp out fear, all right? Fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. Fear says, you can't do this. You're 50 years old. Nobody starts a business that late. False. Fear says, you don't have enough money for this thing. You can't sacrifice any extra monies to do what you're trying to do. False. Fear says, you know what? you can't do this. You're not smart enough to do this. You don't have the education to do it. You didn't go to school. You didn't graduate from anything. You have no certifications, certificates, knowledge, or skill in this thing. False. All of these things are fear, and we are not going to be subject to fear. We are fearless. Yeah. And so we have no fear. Second Timothy 1:7 says that God has given us a spirit of power and love and of a sound mind. No fear. No fear. All right. You are fearless about this thing. And so you have to change your mindset, and you have to go ahead and start that thing and step out on faith, knowing that if it really is knocking on your heart, right, that it is for you to do. And it is a yes. So here we go. 3 things. Okay. Mindset wasn't even one of them. That just gets you out the gate. Like, just to get you on the horse, right? Number one, the first thing we got to talk about, y'all, we got to talk about money. We got to talk about money. We got to talk about finances, because here's what I don't want you to do. Okay? I do not want you taking your retirement to go ahead and do this thing. I don't want you tapping into resources that are going to be used for your retirement to do this thing. So we've got to find another way to finance it, or we've got to start something that doesn't take much or any finances. Okay. And so that is number one. Okay. Make sure your personal finances are in order and that you're not tapping into your retirement finances to do this thing. So that means we can take a loan. We can take a small business loan. The SBA is a wonderful place to start, right? Especially if you need overhead, if you do need tangible items, right? You definitely want to look at partnerships, look at crowdfunding, look at, like I said, loans. There are many ways to get this thing financed without tapping into your retirement savings, okay? Without, mortgaging your house or things like that. Now, unless God tells you to do that, I'm just telling you my advice. My 401k is to not be touched, okay? Because business is hard. Business is hard. Very hard, especially if you're trying to make this your mainstay. If this is what you want to do and get out of your 9 to 5 grind, okay? Story time. Story time. So, I have to tell you a story. I told you I've been in business going on 23 years at this point. And when I tell you it's a roller coaster, and it has been a roller coaster, Bay family, I have almost lost everything. In 2012, brief backstory, I take care of the elderly and disabled. Okay. It is what I essentially was put on this earth to do. Okay. I'm a registered nurse. I know that this is what God created me to do, is to keep the elderly and disabled in place at home where they want to be. All right. And so I rose very quickly and amassed a lot of money and success in the early days. From 2001, when I got my license, until 2012, I was doing that thing. I mean, I was all the way up. Like, I was, you couldn't tell me ish. Like, everything was Gucci, right? I was in the shmoney. All these little terms. I know I'm trying to be young, but I was good, right? Until I wasn't. In 2012, one of my main payer sources under Medicaid stopped paying. We went into something called prepayment review. Those monies got cut off. So can you imagine, a third of my money, my revenue stream, was cut? And we're talking about millions of dollars now. And so I almost lost everything. I had people, I couldn't pay my payroll. I owed taxes. Essentially, I owed everybody. I mortgaged my house. I cashed in my IRA. I mean, it took everything. And it's nothing but the grace of God, prayer, my mama helping me, my family, my son staying by my side on nights when I was crying that got me through the worst winter of my life and especially my business life. I believe that we all go through seasons, summer, winter, spring, fall. God has everything in place to go in and out and ebb and flow in life. And winters are those cold, hard times in our life that we have to just hunker down and get through and hope that our other seasons, our spring, our summer, and our fall, we garnered up enough to make it through a hard winter. Thank you, Father, that I made it through that very hard winter. And I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still strong in business. So I just say all that to say, at 50 is not the time to put all your eggs in a basket that could possibly, the bottom could fall out of. So make sure your personal finances are strong and don't tap into your retirement to do this thing. All right, that's number one. Number two, test the waters. Okay. Because of number one, test the waters. Step out slowly. Okay. Step out nice and slow. Start off doing what you're doing as a side hustle. Don't give up your 9 to 5 grind if you're still doing that. Okay. And even if you're in retirement, even if you're retired, you don't want to, jump out there and do something too fast, realize it ain't for you. Now you got all this stuff invested in it. You've spent all this money. I have a friend who wanted to start a t-shirt company. So they got hot presses and all the machines to make the things to press on I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars just to realize they didn't like doing it. Okay. They didn't enjoy sitting there pressing those shirts and couldn't find anybody else that enjoyed doing it either. But all this money was spent. So start off slow, right? Test the waters. Okay. You have to even consider looking at the legalities of everything, right? Look at how all this extra money, but when you do take off and things go well, how will all that extra income affect your taxes, right? Have you thought about those things? Okay. Um, and so take your time, test the waters, get your finances straight, and then number three, acquire the skill, the knowledge, the certification, the training, the know-how to do what you're trying to do. Do not try to recreate the wheel. What in the world for why? Especially in this day and age, whatever day and age that is that you're watching this, there is a plethora of information out there that can give you exactly what you need to do and how to do it for whatever you're doing. Okay. For instance, my new thing right now is doing a podcast like this for you, as well as public speaking, starting my new brand, just getting my name out there on Instagram and TikTok and all that. I didn't know about these things, how to do them over a year ago. But I went on YouTube. I went on, and asked individuals. I have people that are behind the camera that know how to use these pieces of equipment that I have no idea what to do with. I went out and I got the help that I needed. I went online and I've taken countless courses on how to build my brand. I go to conferences on podcasting. Okay. Plug the podcasting summit that's coming up in Atlanta in July. I'll see you there. Okay. There are so many different ways to get the knowledge, the skill, and the abilities that you need to do whatever it is to start your new business venture. So seek out that knowledge. Don't try to do this thing on your own. Ask questions, be inquisitive, right? Because you don't have to recreate the wheel, right? Why start from scratch when there's someone genius that's already done it? Okay. rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. That's all you got to do. So again, oh, one more thing. One more thing. You know the best time for me to learn something? I have turned my truck, okay? Yes, I'm a woman that drives a big old pickup truck. My truck is a mobile classroom, okay? While you're driving, take that time, turn off the music, okay, and learn something. That's valuable time for you to be able to take in some knowledge that you didn't already have. So, in conclusion, number one, we're going to get our money. First, before that, get your mindset right. Yes, you can. Yes, you will. Okay? Be, do, have. You want to be more. You want to have more. You need to do more. So go ahead and get that mindset to say, yes, I'm going to start this thing. Now let's look at the shmoney. Okay? Don't tap into your retirement to do this thing. Think smart, not hard. Think smart, okay, about your money. Make sure you don't take those. Don't find yourself like me at 50 and 50, 60 years old talking about, oh my gosh, I've lost everything. That's not what this is about, okay? Number two, test the waters, okay? Make this thing a side hustle at first and then let it see where it goes from there. I am not leaving Karen hands right about now, okay? Karen hands is a well-oiled machine, but it still needs me. When I get this thing off and running, and when Richele Wilkins is a household name because I'm out here speaking and doing that thing, oh yeah, then we'll let that thing go. But for right now, I got my toes in the water. Okay. And then last but not least, acquire the skills, the knowledge, and look at the resources out there because you don't have to recreate the wheel. All right. So I want you to go ahead and like, subscribe. I'm already completely in like with you. Like, absolutely, you, all of you. Go ahead and click the notification bell right now because I've got so much more coming your way. I believe in you. Pray for me. I'll be praying for you. Until next time, I want you to go ahead and comment below. Let me know what business ideas you have. What new businesses are you thinking about starting? Okay. Because what I want to do in the next episode is talk about some ideas that are low overhead that you can start tomorrow. Okay. Just like I just started this yesterday, essentially. um, Something that you can get going really, really start. If you have any ideas, please go ahead and put that in the comments. Everyone, this is a community, guys. That's why I call you the Bay family. We're a family here. So go ahead, like I'm already in like with you. I have fallen so much in like with you and you and you that, I just want to know that you're out there and liking what I'm doing. So go ahead and smash the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. And I'll see you next time.